everyone, I am Jasne and today we will be cooking some cooked cauliflower with bechamel sauce. So bechamel sauce is basically a white sauce that we use in pastas and all that stuff. So for the sauce, we will be needing a glass of milk, some flour, ghee or butter. We will use both these today. And for cooking the cauliflower, we need some beautiful florets of cauliflower, some water and some salt, and we're gonna add some carrots to it to give it a little bit of sweetness and some spices as well. So let's get started. So we'll start with the cooking the cauliflower since it's the easiest thing. So my induction is switched on. We're gonna add the water first. So I have switched it on, and we just need enough water to submerge the cauliflower. So I'm just going to add my cauliflower to it. And we're going to just salt the water. This will give it a little bit of taste. And we're just going to stir it. And we're going to let the cauliflower cook for, it will take about 10 to 15 minutes to cook. But we have to cook the carrots as well. So we're going to put them like after 4 to 5 minutes because the cauliflower takes a little longer, and since the carrots are already diced, they'll take a lot less time. So we're gonna start with our sauce. I've put the cauliflower on the stove. So meanwhile that's cooking, we're gonna start the sauce. So first we're gonna need some ghee or butter as per you wish, but I'm going to add some ghee, a dollop of ghee, and some butter. Why? The reason we are adding butter is the butter I am using is salted, so it's going to enhance the flavor and give it a lot better texture. So we don't want it to get too hot. So now we're going to take our garlic clove, and you can just smash it with the back of the spoon, but I like to do it with a knife. We want big pieces because kind of a bite size. Who doesn't like garlic? So just big pieces, take them and put them in, and we're just going to let them sizzle away a little bit. We don't want to burn them. Burn flavor is not going to look great. We just want to slightly saute them in there. We get the smell of that beautiful garlic. So now our garlic have started to saute well. So we're going to add our flour. So what we are basically doing is we are going to cook the flour. This is called making a roux base for the bechamel sauce. Now bechamel sauce is often a mother sauce that we would say. So normally we don't add garlic to bechamel sauce, but we just want to enhance the flavor. So we're going to cook it. So now my flour looks cooked, so I'm going to add my milk to it. It's going to sizzle. So and we are going to let this sit. Once it's all whisked up, I'm going to increase the heat to, you can say, a medium. I'm going to let this simmer down and cook. It's going to thicken on its own. So till that time, I'll go to my cauliflower. You can see that my cauliflower is going incredibly well. I'm going to add my carrots to it. And this is cooking away. It's going to cook. It's white. It will turn transparent, translucent after some while. And keep whisking your sauce in between. So now my sauce is pretty thick. So I'm going to pause it. Add some salt. That's it. Some black pepper. So I just added this. Some oregano. Oregano gives it a very nice herby flavor, even though it's not fresh, but it tastes really good. And I'm adding a little bit of red chili powder. I have some frozen cheese. Luckily, You can add more or less, or if you don't have it, it's completely optional. You see that? How stringy it is? That is because of the cheese. So voila, we have our components. Let's plate it up. So now I'm just going to add my cauliflower and carrots. And we're going to add our sauce. So you can just directly add it. It's kind of a runny consistency. So just add the sauce. Don't completely cover it, show what is underneath the sauce as well. But do give enough sauce. We are done. And we are going to add just a little bit of oregano. Little bit. Add some cheese. Really grated cheese and a little bit of red chili flakes or red chili powder. Also, the reason why I took this plate, it's because of the contrasting colors. This is a white and we have some red on the top and some orange, so it goes well with this plate. So that's why. And there you have it. Cooked cauliflower with bechamel sauce. Hello everyone and welcome to Cooking with Jasmine. So today we'll be making kind of like an avocado toast but with something like cauliflower. So you need some bread. Bread is good for your health. It's not too much obviously. And butter, you can replace it with ghee. We have some beautiful florets of cauliflower, some small amount of carrot. It's a sweet carrot, I hope. I do believe it's gonna be sweet. And then we have some salt, pepper, and we'll improvise as we go along, obviously. So first step, we need a pan. So we're gonna use my induction. We're gonna switch it on, and then we're gonna add some water to it. Obviously, I dropped some. I'm putting it in. Great. We just wanna submerge the cauliflower in it. So we need a good amount of water, and then we're gonna salt it. So we're gonna add the cauliflower to it. Now basically what we are doing here is called blanching / steaming the cauliflower. And we're gonna let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes depending on how hard your cauliflower is. We just want to make it soft and really creamy. It's been about, you can say, about 8 to 10 minutes. So now you can just find that the cauliflower is going translucent from a deep white color. So now we're gonna add our carrots. The reason we are adding it, we just want to blanch it. We don't want to cook this. So as you can see, it's kind of translucent and the carrots are still there, perfectly colored, and the cauliflower is translucent. So that's the major change you'll see. Now we're just gonna drain it. It's not gonna drain, we're just gonna put it like this inside, right? And then we're gonna drain off all the water. The reason we're adding cold water is to stop the process from cooking. Like, you don't want to overcook it. Now since we've added to the cold water, we're going to move to the next step, which is prepping our bread. So our bread is nothing but we're just gonna put it to the toaster. You can simply do it in the pan, but since I have one, why not use it? We're gonna add the bread. You can add 2, 3, 4, as many slices you want. We're gonna start with 2 slices, and we're just gonna put them here, and that's it. When they are toasted well, then I'm gonna give you a hack to put butter on it. Very simple hack, works amazingly. So I did my best and separated these two. I'm gonna add a little bit of milk to it, just a little bit. Give it a little bit of that. Start it, and we're just going to just push it down. You see that? So now since most of our components is done, we're going to season this a little later. So since our bread is done, it's still hot. Number one trick, if you have a butter like this, what you're going to do, just open it up. Make a small slit from the sides, like just a little. If you make it from one side also, it's going to come down. And then what you can easily do, open this. Your bread is hot, so it's going to melt. Take in all that good butter. You see that how it's melting? Just look at that. And now cauliflower. So basically, I'm gonna add some salt. Obviously, we added salt in the beginning as well, so be a little bit careful. Salt to taste. Some pepper. Like, you can't go wrong with these two things. You really can't. I have added in my salt and pepper. If you want, you can add some red chilies also. If you have red chili flakes at home, add them. Amazing. So we're gonna take a toast. We're gonna put it right in the center, and then we're going to add a good amount of this. Since this is a literal sauce kind of texture, and also it is melted, it tastes really good. Like, it's really good, trust me. We're gonna put it. I'm gonna take a spoon. I'm gonna spread it all around. I think I'm getting there to my presentation being beautiful. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it looks pretty. Now we're gonna put some carrots on the top. Just put it on. Just a little bit of salt on the top, like literally just a little bit. You'll see the flakiness of the salt on it. It looks really good. And some black pepper, obviously. Can't go wrong with spice. Beautiful. Now, it's not the most delicate, elegant looking plate, but it's a good toast. Here you have it.